So, the learning outcome for, and that should be the last learning outcome today's lectures. And today we're going to look into how a learner should be able to demonstrate the acquired interpersonal and transferable skills that they have gained in their learning journey. Okay.
Okay, so
We have to look into problems identification, how you can identify those problems, and how you can bring solutions to those problems. You have to also look into the communication capabilities, and then we have to look into the whole topic on time management. Okay, so we will just go a bit more, we'll be on a bit straight to the journey, see what is the most essential when it comes to problem finding. What could be a typical problem faced at the workplace? What would be the typical problem that we can face in the workplace? Okay. What might be the typical problems? Maybe the communication problems, and what maybe in other words, what could be the challenges that we face at the workplace? So definitely communication challenges. The first thing that we face. Second is low employee engagement. Low employee engagement. Low employee engagement. Low employee engagement. And then dealing with people be very difficult. Dealing with people is very difficult. And it is very difficult dealing with people. Then we have lack of conflict resolution. Lack of conflict resolution, lack of skill development and professional growth. And then we have concerns about technology and innovation. Concerns about technology and innovation. Lastly, workplace environment issues and many others. Okay. Workplace environmental issues and many others. So these are key things these are normal things that we face by employees or in the workplace. Okay. What then could be the resolution of conflicts and time management? Giving time is very important to a person where conflict has arisen. It's important first to listen to the views of the individuals and could be intellectual or emotional. Okay. So we need to give time when issues happen. Giving time to people is a sign that you are listening to them. Try to understand the cultural background of each person. Okay. Try to understand the cultural background of each person. Okay. Try to understand the cultural background of each person. Many studies shows major conflicts that lead to waste of time is at entry level positions in the organization. Listen to the solution proposed. Make them sit together to work the common possibilities by facilitating their decision making to arrive at the conclusion. Once the objection, once the objection, sorry, once the objection, once the objection handling is over, it may appropriate to reach a decision to resolve the conflict with a collaborative and participative approach where in manager has acted as a facilitator. Okay, so it says that when an objection handling is over, it may be appropriate to reach a decision to resolve the conflict with a collaborative. In other words, once you have tried to handle a situation and there's a bit of objection, you could get in others to involve to collaborate and see if a manager can help you to solve the situation in conflict management. Okay. And time management in organization. It's important that we understand the reasons for poor time management. The subordinate may come up with emotional reasons like broken relationships or lament excuses, like broken relationships and lament on excuses. Rework with subordinates the morning schedule and make him understand that the concept of early to bed, early to rise make a man healthy and wise. So you try to participate, you try to get involved so that your subordinate will see you as a leader and not a boss. It may further suggest that handling and reward approach for smaller achievements can be recognized. Of course, when you create some incentives to reward those who have done well, it helps. It helps. It helps. Okay, it helps. It helps big time. It helps. So the supervisor can suggest that the solutions of dividing a task in smaller tasks, i.e. subtasks, and the skill on multitasking. Coordination issues between departments and service users. It is common challenge, and the reason for the same is lack of interpersonal skills and understanding. Okay, lack of interpersonal skills and understanding objectives of the organization. It could be because the complaints are being passed on to back just to avoid some of the effort by the customer to listen and give appropriate answer. All department managers have to sit together and enumerate, identify the reasons for the same. Further, a PDP plan is required to be formulated for critical staff members of the respective teams so that they can work out on solutions by sitting together and devise a more workable strategy to meet the organization goals and objectives. Another issue is that complaint from the customer. First of all, start with thanks for the feedback. Convey that the process is already being laid down, be it quality check before parking, logistics, etc. Also, convey subtly that will date not even a single complaint received from any customer by the company. In the end, ask the customer to suggest a possible solution to continue the relationship. I think we see this most times with banks. You try to give the customer a listening ear, you try to create alternative issues to the problems that they have, and where you have to compensate them on what we call goodwill gesture, you do that just to make sure that the complaints are there, because sometimes a customer may have a complaint for over a month and is not being attended to, or nothing is done about it. So you have to apologize to the customer when it needs be, and ensure that where you have to give a goodwill gesture, you do that. Okay, so it's very, very important. Very important we know these things. Okay, and then let's look at communication of schedule. You plan or conduct an informal meeting. Placidia, I hope you can. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
What is yours? What do you have to say so far? What is your take on this?
About
What I've just said so far.
is it talking about the conflict resolution or the
From conflict to problem finding, please.
conflict? What did you say?
Problem finding.
Yeah, I am listening and I understand
Are
it.
you? Do you read before? Do you guys read before lectures?
I didn't read this particular one before the lecture, but I'm following you through with it.
So is there anything, is there any contribution, is there anything that's any question or something at this stage?
No. I'm understanding that if you have conflicts and you're not able to resolve it yourself, you need to ask for assistance either from a colleague or a superior person so that you can get some kind of input or give some consensus to the person. And we're
All right.
discussing the importance of communication in that right now.
Okay. All right. Um, okay. So let's see. Let's see communication of schedule. You can conduct an informal meeting. The manager has to act as the moderator and rest of your group as key by choosing a subtopic for decision making like respect or cautious. The manager has to ensure that everyone gets a unique airtime to make suggestions and comments. Everyone in the team is able to set topics, aim and objectives, set deadlines, and have evaluation and tracking system. Once the plan is agreed and formed, manager can declare the schedule that will help them to understand the work schedule. So that's what we call communicate of schedule or communication of schedule. You can plan a meeting, informal meeting, get your manager in, choose a topic with other colleagues, and you discuss. Okay, every manager has to ensure that everyone gets a genuine airtime to make suggestions and comments. Everyone in the team is able to set topics, aim and objectives, set deadlines, and evaluation or tracking system. Once the plan is agreed amongst the manager and the team, you can declare a schedule that will help them to understand the work schedule. Okay. So, in other words, it is a collective agreement between the staffs and the manager, where the manager moderates, listens to everybody's issue, brings all the opinions, and then formulates into a work schedule for all to follow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then we have to look into communicate in a variety of styles and appropriate manner at various levels. For this task, let's look at the first one. We can look at peer-to-peer, peer-to-peer, colleague to colleague. So writing an email or writing a communication, especially using an email, that's among your colleagues. Then writing to a senior boss or a senior manager. It should be an official or a letter. So for your colleagues, but an official email or a letter. AJ, write a letter or email to negotiate targets, weekly or monthly target with your boss. This will use negotiation skills. So it should be official. Your colleague may be unofficial, but when dealing with your manager and your bosses, it should be official. Then we can also look at group meetings, discussions among colleagues. Here we can use an evidence of meeting notes which are drafted during the meeting. Evidence of meeting notes which we can draft during the meetings. Okay. Or you can use Team or Zoom or any others in the meeting. And here we look at effective listening skills in order to draft the minutes of the meeting. The minutes of the meeting. Okay. So group meeting involve drafting evidence of, and then we can draft and keep notes even through Zoom or through Team. Okay. Then we can look into non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication. In what you don't say that counts. Your actions and inactions. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So it could be a letter asking for information. So let's see. There's a sample letter you can get on your model. Since you don't have it, we have to request for that for you. So non-verbal communication, it could be things that you say, you think I'm stupid, your attitude, the way you see your sign. Okay, hostile attitude, insecure, coming coming across as aggressive and all that. These are all things that can be non-verbal to people based on our actions, based on our looks or our eyes. Learn to read and influence people through non-verbal communication. Okay. So you have to know how to do a letter asking for information, how you draft it. Okay, it must have the address, the date. Please, madam, I would like to have some information about youth hostels in Ireland. I am 15 years old and I would like to visit some of the hostels with a group of friends this summer. Please send me 6 application formats with details of membership fees and the cost of staying in hostels. I would also like a map showing where the hostels and are situated. Looking forward to hear from you. You're faithfully. This is how you draft asking for information. And then letter of complaints. Again, you have the address, you have who you're addressing, Mr. Palong, Lavista Park, Robin, to dear minister. I'm writing to to you about children's safety in White Park Playground. This playground is meant to be the safe area, but it is dangerous and dirty for the children who play there. For the last 3 months, a gang of teenagers have used it as a place to meet. It is full of rubbish and broken bottles. I will not want my little brother to go near the place if it is dangerous. I think my young children should not be allowed to playground, blah blah blah. Okay, and then something can be done about it. So it must be polite. Letter of complaint. You are making your complaint, but it should be polite as well. Okay, should be polite as well. All right. So let's look at letter for booking. You can get all this Placidia on your model. So letter for booking or letter for asking for consent. These are all things that you have to master or have a mastery of it. Okay. Then let's look at how to evaluate and use effective time management strategies. What then is time management? Time management is a process of organizing, planning how to divide your time between different activities. Get it right, and you need up working smarter, not harder, to get more done in the last time, in less time, even when time is tight and pressure are high. The benefits of good time management: greater productivity and efficiency, less stress, a better professional reputation, increased chances of advancement, more opportunities to achieve your life and career goals. Okay. Then we have general time management tools. One would be prioritization. It helps you in time management, how to prioritize effectively. And we have what we call the Eisenhower's urgent important principle. And that is a way of distinguish between demands so that you can prioritize them wisely. The demands in your life, the urgent ones, you look at it, how important the urgent these are, important but not urgent. Are they not important but urgent? Are they not important? Are they not also urgent? So look at categorize this into this category. The demands, are they important and are they urgent? Are they important but not urgent? Are they not important but urgent? These are the things that you can look at. The action priority matrix, which includes a downloadable worksheet for exploring how much time can give to different activities. You should be doing them at all. Okay. And then read an article in Managing Conflict Priorities, explain what to do if priorities clash. You can get this on Mind Tools. Okay. I'll copy this as well. Mind Tools. Let me see if I can get this. Mind Tools. Okay. I'll get this later. Mind Tools. Then scheduling. 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 You have to scheduling. So you have to schedule. Scheduling. Goal getting. Concentration and focus. Easy time management tips. Work out your goals. Make a list. Focus on your results. Have a lunch break and prioritize important tasks. Very, very important. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Prioritize important tasks. These are very important when it comes to your time management skills. Okay. You need to know how to schedule. We've already spoke about communication of schedule, where the team leader or the manager is part of the decision making, making sure that the employees are part of the decision making, and then he formulates or she formulates what we call communication of schedule for all to follow. But this type of scheduling is had to do with you as an individual in your time management skill. So you have to schedule, you have to know what we call goal setting, set your goals, having prioritized, then you can set your goals effectively. You need to concentrate and focus on those goals that you have set up. You need to have easy time management tips. Example are working out your own goals, making a list, focus on your results, have a lunch break, which is very important to reduce stress, and then you need to know how to prioritize important tasks. Okay. Now you also have to know what we call the practice, the 4 Ds in time management. I think we've had this in my previous lectures with you. Okay. So the 3 Ds, we have the do, the delay, delegate, and delete. What the do is if an email is urgent or can be completely done quickly. Do you have to respond quickly? Yes or no? If yes, it means it's not urgent. If no, it means it's not urgent. If yes, it means it's urgent. Do you have to delay? It might not be urgent. You can do that later on. It may be less urgent and not very urgent. It may be less urgent. If it's not, set aside time later and spend emails and can look into later. If it's quite urgent, you can look at delegation sometimes. If an email can be better dealt with by someone, let you do. So it might be urgent, but you may not be in the capacity to respond as a person, but it may be urgent. So you can delegate someone to look in for you. And if it's useless and not important, you delete them. Okay? You delete them. If it's not relevant, you delete them. Okay, so these are the topic for today, our lecture for today. These are references. You can look at Cunningham 1994, The Wisdom of Strategic Learning, The Self-Managed Solutions, London, the McGraw-Hill, Goodman D 1996, and these are what we call the Harvard style of referencing. The Harvard style of references. Your references should follow suit, because if it doesn't, then we are going to mark you down. Okay, so these are the basic information for today's lecture. We expect that you can read about negotiation skills, very important, and there's a link in there. Active listening skills, very important. I explained that when you're talking to someone and the person can tell that you're not paying attention to, they can tell by your looks, by your actions and inactions. If you allocate time to people, they can deduce and say because you are listening to them, because you're giving time to them, you are listening. But if you are talking to them and doing other things, they feel that you're not giving them a good response or a good feedback in terms of their listening. So these are all things that you have to look into. Okay. Then you have good article that you can look into, the NHS. Good article with NHS on easy time management tips that you can get. I'll share the link. If you don't have it, I'll share the link on the WhatsApp group. Okay. And as usual, any questions you can email us, and then we expect that assignment to be attended to.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I
Yes,
don't think
sir.
you have much question, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
I just
So
need the topic
yes,
to be
yeah, you send a
accessible so I
message. We'll
can
pick it up. We'll
work
pick it
on
up.
it.
We'll pick it up. Don't worry at all. Okay.
Okay.
I think when's the next lecture? Is it Monday? The
Check.
assignment discussion. Is it Monday
16.
or 16? Okay, we have more time, don't we?
Mm.
Okay. Thank you so much, Laselia.
Thank you, sir.
Take care of yourself. Anything, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.